All right, let's talk about something we all deal with every single day: workplace communication. It can feel like you're stuck in a maze, right? Well, today we're going to turn that maze into a master plan and cut right through all the noise.
So, does your workday feel like you're just trying to keep your head above water in this endless sea of emails, Slack messages, and notifications? Yeah, if you're nodding along, you are definitely not alone. It's a lot.
It wasn't always this complicated. Think back a bit. Communication was simpler. You had a meeting, you walked over to someone's desk for a quick chat, but the modern workplace has completely changed the game, and honestly, our old methods just can't keep up.
So, what's making it all so tough? Well, for starters, we've got teams spread out everywhere, working remotely, we're drowning in information, and we're surrounded by digital distractions. But all of this feeds into the biggest challenge of all. Our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter.
And I mean, really short. The average human attention span is now just 8 seconds. 8. That's down from 12 seconds back in the year 2000. So when you've literally got less time than a goldfish to grab someone's attention, you better believe every single message has to count.
Now, you might be thinking, a few missed emails, what's the big deal? But the truth is, getting communication wrong is way more than just a little annoyance. It's actually a huge risk to the entire business.
And we can put a number on that risk, a really, really big one. One report estimated that poor communication costs businesses around $37 billion. That's billion with a B. That's money lost to project delays, mistakes, you name it.
But here's the flip side, and this is where it gets exciting. According to Gartner, companies that actually get this right, the ones that keep their employees well informed, they outperform their competitors by a whopping 77%. That's a massive advantage.
And it translates directly to your team's output. McKinsey found that when employees feel connected and in the loop, their productivity can jump by as much as 25%. I mean, who wouldn't want a quarter of their week back? That's a huge incentive to get this sorted.
And this quote really just nails it. Effective communication is the glue that binds the whole business together. Quite simply, it can make or break a company. It really is that fundamental. Okay, so we know the problem, we know the stakes. How do we actually fix it? Well, here's the secret. The solution isn't just more communication, it's smarter communication. And to do that, you need a blueprint. And the good news is, it breaks down into a pretty simple 3-step plan. First, you got to know who you're talking to. Second, set really clear specific goals. And third, you have to pick the right tool for the job. Let's quickly touch on each one.
So step 1, your audience. The days of sending out a generic email blast to the entire company and hoping for the best, those are over. That's just noise. Today, the best practice is to personalize. Send a targeted message to the engineering team, a specific update for new hires. When a message feels relevant to me, I'm way more likely to actually pay attention.
Next up, your goals need to be SMART. And this is a fantastic framework. It just means your goal should be specific, not vague. Measurable, so you know if you hit it. Attainable and realistic, so you're not setting yourself up to fail. And finally, time-bound, meaning it has a deadline. This is what turns a wish into a real plan.
And finally, choosing your channels. Look, you wouldn't use a sledgehammer to hang a picture frame, right? Same idea here. Instant messaging is awesome for quick questions. A formal announcement probably belongs in an email or on the company intranet. Using the right tool makes sure your message actually gets through the way you intended.
But here's the thing. A brilliant plan is useless if it's just sitting in a folder somewhere. The real secret to great communication is understanding that it's everyone's responsibility. It's got to flow in every single direction, not just from the top down.
So first you have what's called downward communication. This is the classic stuff. Leadership sharing the company vision, managers giving updates. It's absolutely essential for keeping everyone aligned and pulling in the same direction. But just as important is upward communication. This is about making sure employees have a voice. It's their chance to give feedback, share amazing ideas, or raise concerns. Things like surveys or suggestion boxes, they're not just nice-to-haves. They're critical for building trust and catching problems before they get big.
And last but not least, there's horizontal communication. This is all about peer-to-peer teamwork, the conversations that happen between colleagues and across different departments. Honestly, this is where so much of the day-to-day magic and innovation really happens.
So the crucial point here is this. From the newest hire sharing an idea to the CEO laying out the company's vision, every single person has a role to play. Building a truly connected workplace isn't a top-down project. It's a team sport.
And that brings us to one last question for you to think about. As you go about the rest of your day, just ask yourself this. What is the one message that your team, your company, really needs to hear today? And what's the smartest, clearest way you can make sure they hear it?